Roni, and welcome to Christmas Memories YouTube Layout Hop, day 11. Yeah, just one more day to go. And it is hosted by Miranda and Lisa, with a whole bunch of others joining in, me included. And the prompt for today is Christmas lights, and I've got two pictures there. And there are my great niece, Kayla, and she has opened her Christmas present. And my idea is how her face is lit up with joy. She does have Christmas lights on her pajamas. So that was my first thought, that I would do Christmas lights with the lights on her pajamas and use my die laying there over there to the left and use a Christmas light die. But then I got to thinking, really, looking at her face, it's more like the delight that is on her face and the joy over the present that she got. I am inking everything, including the white paper, but other than the white paper, everything's going to be inked in the same color it is. So like if the Christmas light is blue, I'm going to ink it blue. And of course, the green and red are getting used right now. But yeah, I am going to use some other colors before I'm done. And I'm using that pattern cut, well, shaped paper. And I have a bunch of them in my stash. And I have tried to use them here and there over the year because I thought, I have had them so long they need used. Some of them I actually bought on purpose. Like when I first started scrapping, I thought, oh, how cool is that? And I bought some and then never used them. And then these came in the kit like that I got, they were in there already. And yeah, I end up using both of them. The part you seen me cut off, that video has long gone up, and so is the one with the whole one. But when I did this layout last month, and finally I'm doing the voiceover, it was not done on any other layout yet. That die I showed you is just called Flowers and Vine. And I just wanted the vine to use as like an extension, well, not extension cord, a cord for my lights. And unfortunately, the flowers cut out too. And I thought, what am I ever going to use those flowers for? But I have thought about it. And I thought, I think they'll work all right as the center of some of the bigger flowers. So that's what I'm going to try to do, use them on something and use them as the center of the flowers. I think it'll work out all right. Green's not that far from yellow. And I have seen some green centers of weeds. And there might be some flowers that's got green centers. I'm not sure, but I have seen it in weeds in the center that look like flowers that I have been gifted with by grandkids and kids. But yeah, I'll use them for something. Oh, and my light bulb there, it only cuts out as one piece. So I had to cut it out. Well, cut it out twice and punch it out once. I used, you can see this. The lights are kind of set randomly, turned this way and that there. However, when I put the foam tape behind them, I don't know what I was thinking. They're all hanging down straight. So I did notice that later after I'd had my video uploaded. And I had it edited other than the voiceover. And I did go back and change it. So imagine them changed and look more random like they do right now before they get put down on the paper and too hard to pull up practically. But I got them up. Telling you about the assembly of the lights. Anyway, I used a kind of a brush silver that's a matte color for the tops of them. It looks a little shiny on here, but it's really not that shiny. And then I took my oval punch and just cut out half an oval to put behind the little slot that was cut into them for the highlighting part. And I just put white behind there. Newer dies that have all three pieces, have dies where you could just, cut them all three in different colors and then assemble them, because a lot of the dies do now. And I love those dies, but I love my old dies too. And I love the assembly and figuring out I want to cut them to get it right and to make it more 3D and dimensional. And well, I guess those are the same words, but yeah, you get what I mean. And I'm using that joy there. And I did cut two pieces of two joys out, one in white and one in red. Other than the little part that's on the red right now, you can't see the white, but in person you can see a little bit more, well, quite a bit more than you can on the video. And I use my Martha Stewart punch with the holly. I love that punch. And I know holly is like really shiny and stiff. The leaves are and kind of pointy. Yeah, and I have pricked myself on holly before, but I used textured paper instead this time, and it kind of reminds me of mulberry paper that they used to have a long time ago. It's thick like it, and it's really textured. But I'd gotten it a whole package off HSN once, and I am using it instead. Just add a little more dimension in my layout. And I thought about using some other paper and running it through an embossing folder, but then I thought I can use that. Well, when I was looking for the green paper, there it was. So yeah, I decided just to use it. One thing I like about crafting is that you can use creative liberties and use it however you want. And I'm just going to put the holly leaves all the way through there. And I'm going to leave, sometimes I put it on kind of on the thick side, but I'm going to leave enough that you can still see the green wire / vine in there behind the light. And then I decided to add, instead of berries and putting like 3 with each leaf, I decided to add confetti because some of the green had punched out when I was doing the holly part. Although I use my other punch for the red berries because it's just easier to use. And I thought, well, I could just put it on there like confetti. I'll tell you right now, if I'd been thinking, I would have sprinkled it like I do sequins, and then it looks a little more random. I might move 1 or 2 here and there, but usually I like it just the random look. I might sprinkle it in several places, but I like the more random. Looking at this now, I don't think it looks as random and wished I'd sprinkled it on and glued it down. I'll know better next time. I'm doing a cluster up in the upper left-hand corner, and I cut a frame and backed it in the green. And I wished I'd cut it bigger because I found, it's a Merry Christmas banner, little tiny banner. And at first I put it on one of the pictures, and then I decided I could put it up there. And I had to cut a little bit off to get it to fit. And then I cut the edge of it off because that's candy cane. Once I get done and use that foam tape and use the liquid glue with it, it is really stuck. So I have to put the label and kind of maneuver it on there. But I don't think you can tell it's been cut in 2 when you actually look at it. And I'm also using a heart from the sticker sheet. Just add something in the middle of my candy cane to hide the end of the holly branch. And there's when I think I'm done. And then I'm going to find that banner. There it is. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think that came with the collection. I think that was with the collection. I don't think it's one I added in there just because the colors went with it. But see, it didn't stay there long. And I do like it up there in the upper left-hand corner. And once I get my cluster up there, I'm going to decide I need one in the bottom right to have it angled down. So I will be using some stickers for it. And yeah, I'm getting close to getting done. I'm going to find a tab also to go on top of the right-hand picture that says memories, because that is a super cute memory of her. Oh, I didn't see it. My niece, sent me the pictures. But yeah, that's a super cute memory for her to cherish because this is going in her album. And of her laughing and being excited over her present. I put the house on foam tape, but I'm not putting the tree, and I'm just going to kind of tuck it behind it so it looks like the tree's back behind the house. And as soon as I do it, I think, oh, I need some of the confetti down there. Only I'm going to use it as ornaments on my tree and then have a couple fall off. And if I'm putting ornaments on there, I got to have a star. So I will find a little glittered star. But then the house and the tree has glitter too. So yeah, and the candy cane. So the glitter's on here a few times. And when I got this collection, one bunch of it was gave to me my sister, but the other bunch, this is several years ago. The first one that I got, my sister got me the other one, but the first one I got, I did not know it had glitter on there, and I wasn't too happy when I first seen it. But then I grew to love the whole collection, so uh, yeah, she knew I loved it, and she got me another bunch of it. And I still got some for next year because guess what? Christmas is almost here, and I haven't used it all. I have quite a few scraps I can work with. And yeah, are y'all ready? I hope you are. When I'm doing this voiceover, I am not ready, but hopefully by the time this goes up, that I will be. And hopefully you all are too. But if you look down there below, you will see all the links to everybody else that's in this hop and all that inspiration. And if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you who already are, thank you so much. And thank you for watching all year and for the wonderful, sweet comments that you leave. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas too. I won't say Happy New Year because I do have a couple more videos coming up that are scheduled. Well, more than a couple, maybe 4, something like that. But yeah, I hope you have a happy, scrappy week and have a wonderful, magnificent Christmas. Bye.